Hi everyone, welcome to Toolbox for Turbulent Times. This is day 4, and I'm Swati Kameswar, your guide through the series. And this series is where we are discussing 7 soul nourishing practices to help us stay centered during these unusual times that we are living in. So, today we're going to be talking about the fourth tool. And I have to say that this one tool I feel is the simplest to do in terms of time and effort, but it has had such a significant impact on my life. So I can't wait to share that with you. And before we go ahead into the fourth tool, let's talk about what the first 3 tools were about. So on day 1, we talked about emotional clearing and saw the relevance and importance of that in these times. And we talked about tapping. And then on day 2, it was all about questioning and using the practice of journaling to invite more insights. And on the third day, we talked about creativity and intuitive painting as a way to navigate the unknown. And I'm curious to hear from you what has sparked for you as you have heard the content. And I love reading the comments from you. So thank you for sharing those who have already shared. And please go ahead and share what everybody else, share whatever is resonating for you from this series so far. And if you haven't tried out the tools, I highly encourage you to do that a few times in this next 1 month. It's a key time for planting seeds for the next many years of our life. So these tools will really help with that. Okay, let's get into your voice. And why is your voice important? So your voice holds your light signature. That is the essence of your soul, that energy, that spark of the divine, the frequency of that is held by your voice. And that's why the voice is so significant. It's a huge part of our unique expression. And it is also the medium through which we express in this physical world. And we all know, and a lot of us experience this also, that when there's a lack of expression, it leads to feeling unfulfilled because the soul is not being expressed. And I see this as a huge problem right now in our culture where there is a lack of expression. And it's not just about speaking up, but it's about not being in touch with who we really are and how the soul wants to express. And remember that the soul wants to expand and evolve in this lifetime. And the voice plays a huge role here, not just in communicating who you are and what matters to you, but also what are you passionate about and how you function in this world, and so much more. The voice is a significant part of our journey on physical earth. But typically, we tend to have a lot of blocks in this area, particularly with women. And I see that with men too, but definitely with women, I see we can tend to have a lot of blocks in the voice because these blocks are karmic in nature. And, in past lives, we may have met an unpleasant fate for being bold enough to speak up. And so we carry those blocks in our body and in our hearts and in our throats. And this trauma, it's there in the cells of our body, and it significantly impacts how we are not only able to express in our day-to-day life, but also convey and express our soul's signature frequency through the activities that we are passionate about. So the voice is not just our interface to the world in our regular day-to-day activities, but more importantly, our soul's signature frequency, how that gets communicated through what we are passionate about. So I just want to share quickly a story, my own personal story related to the asteroid Chiron in the natal chart. So for those who don't know, Chiron is in the natal chart uh, indicates where we've had wounding in past lives. So I have my Chiron in the third house of communication in Aries. Now, when I was first getting to know my natal chart, I learned about Chiron, and it was like a light bulb moment for me. So Chiron in the third in Aries indicates uh, past life wounding around communication and not feeling like you are in your power in communication. And it explained to me immediately why I had always felt hesitant to speak up and why I felt unexpressed, why I felt unfulfilled in my life, even with a career that I had loved at one point. So, and I also had tons and tons to share. Like I was a creative person, I had so many insights and wisdom to share, but I just felt like there was a block there. And now this was years ago. I don't feel that way anymore because I've done so much work on healing the Chiron in myself and in my natal chart. Now I'm clearly standing here, expressing my passion to you. So I have healed this in many, many ways. But this tool that we're going to talk about today, that is what has helped me significantly with strengthening my voice. So that's what I want to share with. That's why I feel so called to share this with you. So to get back to the voice, the the strength and the passion and the quality in our voice, quality of our voice affects our relationship to everything, not just our relationships to our day-to-day activities and the people around us, but more importantly our soul expression and our life purpose, because the voice is one way in which the life purpose comes through. So before we go into the tool, let's journal on these questions. I'm going to read it out and you can pause the video if you want to, but tune into what you think about your own voice. Like, what do you really think about your voice? Do you like it? Do you not like it? What do you think about how you speak to others? What do you think about when you sing? Like, do you feel okay singing in front of anybody else apart from just maybe, yourself or your family? Uh, this is a key piece because when we don't have regard for our own voice, it will absolutely affect the expression of our life purpose. And a second question to journal on is, are you able to say things even when others may not agree? Like, how easily are you able to speak loudly, saying, or just express your opinion? So, these two questions will give you an idea of where some of the blocks may lie. And this tool it's a very simple practice to unlock the voice and unlock these blocks in the voice. So, let's get to that. And that is toning. I love this tool. Now it's all about sound, and sound is a powerful, powerful tool for healing. And with toning, you're using your own voice. So you have this powerful tool at the tip of your own tongue. So that's why I feel like it's such an easy tool to access, so easy to do, doesn't take time at all. Um, okay, so let's get into what this tool is about. So toning is an elongated vowel like ah or oo or E. So it's just a vowel that is elongated. And before we get into, I'm going to just do a quick demo. Before we get into that, I just want to note the many benefits that the practice of toning has. And one of the things is that it helps to release emotions because the sound will start to break up patterns in the body that are disharmonious. Um, that's how it starts to remove blocks. And sound is a highly intelligent energy. So it will go where the blocks are without you even having to mentally know where you want to apply it. Although when you add intention to it, it's even more powerful. So all of this then eventually strengthens your voice physically. And I can certainly attest to that. I would not have been able to create all these videos on a regular basis years ago. But the practice of toning has actually physically strengthened the voice. And that helps to strengthen your expression. So, such a simple tool, highly intelligent, so powerful. And let's get into how you can use this. So here you can tone with any of the vowels, and as usual with any practice, you get centered. Like give yourself a little bit of time that's uninterrupted, maybe about 5-10 minutes. Get centered and tune in, and then listen to your body and feel. Don't think into what sound wants to come through your body and your mouth. Like how is the energy wanting to move? How is the sound wanting to move through your body? And then tone that sound. So for example, if you're toning ooh, so it would just be you take a deep breath, and on the exhale you tone ooh, and then you inhale again, and then on the exhale tone again ooh. And then you keep doing that for a few minutes, and 1 or 2 minutes, if you're just starting out, 1 or 2 minutes is great. Even though I've been doing this practice for a long time, I usually don't go beyond a couple of minutes. But particularly if it's new, start slow, start with just a few minutes, take it slow, because it is a powerful tool. Now, when you are doing this, like after you're done with the toning, or even as you're toning, notice what emotions come up for you. And this is really key to notice how the sound is changing you. Now, I just want to share my experience because I feel like it may help. When I first started to use this tool, I used to tone for 1 or 2 minutes, like not even a minute really. And then I used to feel irritated. And then sometimes some situation would come up in my day ahead to trigger me. So in those days, I was using sound very sparingly because it was breaking up the patterns and bringing them to my notice. And, stuff was coming up to be clear. And then I would use tapping to let out the emotions that were coming up. So you see how these tools, they build on each other and you can combine them well because they work really great just by themselves. But you have this toolbox now, we're building up this toolbox that you can pick and choose a tool that you need to for your current situation. So if that happens for you, if emotions come up, then use another tool like tapping or journaling to let that emotion out. Remember, we always want to let the emotion flow in a safe and healthy way. You don't want to dump them on others, but neither do you want to suppress it. So give yourself a safe space for this to happen. Now, with regular practice, you will see that the benefits of this, they start to impact your voice and your expression. And it's also a great tool for just maintaining your calm, centered state. Like it's like cleaning your emotional, mental, physical states because the sound will clear out whatever is not relevant to your journey, and it'll start to keep you in that clear state more consistently. Um, Now, with respect to the vowels, just feel into whatever you want to tone at that time, whatever it is. Trust your body. Remember, sound is very intelligent, so whatever sound is wanting to come through is the right one for that moment. And uh, if you're not sure, if you're in doubt, tone the heart chakra tone, which is ah. That is always a great one. Like just take a deep breath, exhale, ah, and do that again. So if you're not sure which one to use, go with the heart chakra tone. But otherwise, you can tune into your body and see what sound is most, strongly wanting to come out at that time. Um, and I feel like these transits, I mean, these tools, they are helping us to become more aware. They're helping us to become more present in our body, help us to become more aware of our mental, emotional, and physical state. And this is so key because we know that the Aquarian transits of this year and next year, they are helping to bring in higher light. And the higher light is to help us embody our unique expression. Aquarius is so much about having the freedom to express your uniqueness with ease and having that possibility for every person on earth. So it's so much about helping to embody your unique expression. And this piece about being able to express our authentic self is just going to get stronger as the years go by. And that's where this tool is perfect. Like, 1 or 2 minutes, anyone can take out 1 or 2 minutes out of their day and use this tool. So that's it for day 4. I'd love to hear from you what seemed important and relevant for your own journey and how you will apply it to your life. And do share in the comments at least one way that you will take this into your own life. And when you do something like sharing a comment, it actually grounds that intention and it makes it easier for you to apply this for yourself. And that's it. I'm really enjoying this journey with you, and I hope you are too. As usual, feel free to invite others who might benefit from this. And if you're looking for more support, reach out for astrology natal chart reading or a high vibe consultation. And you can find the information at activateyourtruthandpower.com. And I'm wishing you a beautiful, beautiful week ahead. Thank you. Bye.